Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to our 20-year live stream. Hope everybody's Wednesday is off to a great start. My name is Alyssa, and I'm here live with Joshlyn. Joshlyn is our HR director. We're super excited to really wrap up our 20th year ALLOversary. I can't believe it's already December. This year flew by. As you guys know from past live videos, 2023 is the year we've been celebrating 20 years of ALLO. We've done a lot of community events, teammate events, and we've highlighted 20 really awesome ALLO teammates. So we're super excited to wrap up the year with Joshlyn. She's going to close it out for us this year. As you guys know, if you guys have any questions or want to shout out anything for Joshlyn, don't hesitate to drop it in the comments right below this live feed. We have Brock, who will be monitoring for comments, questions, and if you guys want to ask anything to Joshlyn, we'd love to hear it, and we'll pull those in during the stream. So let's go ahead and kick it off. Joshlyn, for our viewers, give a little overview of your team at ALLO.
Yeah, absolutely. So in my role as the director of HR, I get to lead a really amazing team at ALLO. We everything from recruiting all the way through the employee experience. So from onboarding to supporting our teammates and our leaders throughout their entire time at ALLO. So it's pretty fun role.
You have an awesome group of teammates too. They are truly ALLO rock stars. Been great. We're finally all under one roof, so it's great that we all get to engage and spend time together. Okay, we're going to dive in. We're putting Joshlyn in the hot seat. She has 20 questions. She's going to shoot off 20 answers. We'll dive into question number 1. What prompted you to pursue your current career path at ALLO?
Yeah, so actually the word that attracted me and made me take another look at the initial job posting was that ALLO was looking for a competitive HR leader, which is not normal. I don't think that's a word you often hear when you think about the person who's going to lead your HR and talent initiatives. And so I have a different kind of career history. And so having been in sales, competitive is something that's always resonated with me. So the fact that it was a different approach to how to build culture and think about talent was what really attracted me and made me take another look.
I love that. It's a great word. And it's very valid to what our careers at ALLO are like. Competitive is a great word to describe it. What do you enjoy most about your career as our HR director?
I think there's probably 2 things. One, I've really building the team that we have in place. It's always probably one of the greatest compliments you can receive is to hear that you have a great team. We built the ALLO team from the ground up. And so I think that has been really enjoyable to not only find, but then watch that talent thrive and grow. We wouldn't be where we are without all of their hard work every day. So I would say that, and then just to see the impact we've been able to make across the organization, we've grown a lot in the last 3 years. And so it feels there's a lot of pride in looking back on where we started to where we've come.
Absolutely, as there should be. What is the best career advice you have ever received?
Yeah, I think this is a great question. I would say that we all find ourselves at times at different crossroads in our careers. And one of the best pieces of advice I received was, you never know what might be on the other side of the door. So say yes, because it might prove to be a stepping stone that leads you to something even better. And it doesn't have to be forever. So I think really the core of that is every experience you can learn something, and it may just open the next door to something greater.
I love that. Question number 4 kind of pivots off of that question. Can you share a significant turning point or a pivotal moment in your career, whether it's at ALLO or before ALLO?
I think I started my career out in sales, and I was determining whether I wanted to continue down that career path or go somewhere different. And I had a leader, and I think this is probably many can relate to this. I had a leader at one point who saw this potential in me to do something that I didn't even think that I was capable of at the time. And so I think that their confidence in encouraging me to take on this role in HR in a prior prior organization was really pivotal in saying yes and taking a shot at it.
Yeah, and really not only growth in your career, but probably a lot of your personal growth too, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. What are the key skills or traits that you believe are crucial for success at ALLO?
Oh man, that's a great one. I think that we're growing so quickly that being adaptable is a huge, for people who can adapt and be flexible day to day is a huge advantage. Being able to problem solve, we are growing. And so every day we uncover something new that we have to figure out. And so having the ability to step back and look at the root cause and then put a solution in place is a huge, of huge value. And I think people who just, they want to work hard and they want to be part of a team. I think you can't get there alone. And so being able to have that mindset is really critical to success.
Yeah. You've said it, we're growing like crazy. And at times that can come with its challenges, but the opposite side is it's so fun to be part of that growth and be part of like some of those decision-making, problem solving and working through the hiccups along the way and being able, I can't wait to look back, 5-6 years from now and be like, oh my gosh, can you believe what we were doing 5 or 6 years ago and how we got to where we are today. Every single teammate here is a vital part of our success. And so I think that was a great answer. Everybody has heard our 4 core values on all past videos. I think every director has talked about them. As you know, local, honest, exceptional, and hassle-free are our 4 core values that we drive decisions by. If we had to have an unspoken 5th core value, what do you think it should be?
It's interesting because I think we have a lot of hidden 5th core values. I hear one that's talked about regularly is safety, which I agree with. But I really think I'm going to stick with being adaptable is a 5th core value because things don't change. Things don't stay the same for long. Yeah. And so being able to adapt and respond to change is where I say, just given where our organization is, I call that our hidden 5th.
I have a feeling question 7 will kind of go in line of this. How would you say we define success at ALLO?
I think that it's all the little things that turn out to be the big things. And so I think that's how we create change and we drive outcomes is by paying attention to all the little things. And it's amazing how many things need to come together for us to be able to say we've successfully delivered on, a new solution for our customers or, any real change initiative that we're trying to drive at ALLO. So I would say what defines success? It's the ability to, take all those little things and
make them through something big.
Yeah, see them through to the end.
It's crazy how the whole cogwheel turns together. It really is awesome to watch that happen. What is your favorite part of ALLO's growth over the past 20 years? Obviously, we know you haven't been here 20 years. Very select few that have been here 20 years. But from what you've heard about or what you've witnessed or how you've seen how we have grown as a company, what is your favorite part of our growth?
Yeah, I think it's a real, it's such a great story to think that ALLO started out in Western Nebraska, and now it really is becoming a household name where across Nebraska you say ALLO, and now you'll meet family members or that live in a newer ALLO market who now recognize and know the name, and that just continues to grow across new regions and new markets. And to know that we have now 1,500 teammates. When I joined ALLO, we were just over 500. And so that kind of growth is just, it's really exciting when you reflect back to see just how fast it all happened. And so it's exciting to see where we go next.
We might be having some technical difficulties. Should we pause? Somebody give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you can still see us, hear us. Joshlyn and I are going to hang on. We're hopeful we work through. whatever we've got going on. Live streams are hard. This is not something we do every day. We've got our cameraman behind the scenes working hard to make sure you guys can all see us and hear us. Drop us a comment. Let us know if you can see us and hear us. Okay. All right. Sounds like you guys can hear us, not see us. Okay, we'll continue with the audio, and then hopefully we'll come back so you guys can all see our great faces here. Okay, question number 9. We're halfway through. Okay. What advice would you give to your younger self about navigating life's career challenges?
I think say yes to opportunities. Like I said earlier, you never know what they might turn into, and don't take things so seriously.
Those are great. I wish my high school self knew that too. You think everything is the end of the world, and then you're like, oh man, that was the smallest thing. Tell us more about the different ways that ALLO finds new teammates. You oversee our recruiting department, so tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so I think the channel that continues to be our number one resource is referrals. And so I think we continue to hire great people, and the more great people we bring, if they bring their friends, they bring their family, that has been a huge part of our success. But really working closely with our marketing team to make sure that we're visible out there and people understand and are aware of the opportunities that exist at ALLO, and continue to be present as we go into new markets. One of our greatest recruiting tools is as we start rolling trucks through the new markets, people start asking questions, and it allows us an easy entry point when we go to career fairs and things like that.
I think that says a lot that referrals are one of our best sources. That shows that people are prideful to work here and enjoy their career, and that's awesome. I don't think all companies, especially of this size, can say that.
I completely agree. I think it's a huge testament to the culture that we have here, and that if you know somebody amazing, you want them to come and be a part of it too, is a huge testament.
I told you that question 11 was one of my favorite questions. We've asked this to almost all directors in past videos. If we could add anything to the ALLO office, we're talking anything, sky is the limit on what we could add. What would you like to add to our ALLO office?
My answer is a chef, because I'm really bad at going to get lunch, and so I'll usually just skip it. But if there was a chef, I think I could, that seems a little more achievable. So
that would be a really good one.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. We'd probably need more than one to feed the number of teammates we have here, but that would be awesome. We're going to throw a side memo in here. Have you seen Early Bird is opening behind us?
Yeah.
Local shout out. They are in Omaha. So good. So delicious. I am trying to start a trend of like Friday brunch clubs. Wouldn't that be so good?
Sold. Sign me up.
Okay, we'll keep going. Question 12. What's one word that you would use to describe our teammates?
I think that people work hard. Like, the work ethic might be, it's hard to choose one word. I would go with work ethic, but also just the amount of pride and passion that they have in their work. I'm going to change it. I'm going to end on passionate.
Passionate? That's a good one. I feel like you have to be to keep up with the growth, for sure. Okay. Take a guess. How many teammates do you think that we will have 20 years from now?
Let's go 5x. I'm going to say
times
7,500.
Wow. That's a big jump. Every director has had a little bit different answer. So interesting to hear yours. Okay. In no particular order, this question is kind of funny. We've asked a lot of previous directors, and we've had some office rivalries about who cracks the best jokes. In no particular order, what 5 teammates make you laugh the most?
Well, I think it all depends on what humor you find.
True. Very true.
Most entertaining. I would say Tana Hannah makes me laugh a lot.
She's a good one.
Allison O'Neill has a pretty quirky, dry sense of humor. So I always appreciate her jokes. Mike Boris does a good job of making me laugh, especially when I'm having a bad day. My team, honestly, I couldn't list all of them, but that's more than 5.
Mm-hmm.
So Megan Reed does a good job of keeping it light and makes me laugh a lot. And I'm also going to go with Maddie Albrecht on the HR team because
Okay.
she's always got a funny story.
Yes.
If you haven't talked to Maddie, she'll brighten your day.
Those are the best people to surround yourself with, especially in the hustle and bustle of ALLO. Sometimes you just need someone to bring in like a really lighthearted perspective and just make you just
100%.
completely crack up. Okay, we're going to highlight some local love. Obviously, you live in the Lincoln community. What are some of your best, like you're going to go support local, I'm going to head to these local businesses in Lincoln. What would be maybe your top couple places to go?
I'm kind of a foodie, so I love a lot of Lincoln restaurants. The Oven is one of my favorites.
The Oven. And they have ALLO service, so you can't beat that.
Yeah, heck yeah. And Momo, the Mill, is one of my go-tos, but I also
all ALLO customers.
It's always a hard well, now I'm probably going to list one that I don't know, but I'm like batting 1,000, but Cultiva is also like my go-to coffee place.
Great. Yeah, those are all awesome. I love Momo. If you don't make a reservation though, you're not going to get in there very soon.
Yeah.
But that is a testament to how delicious it is. Okay. What is the biggest challenge that our HR team faces being, part of a growing company? Is there a challenge that stands out?
I think that it's similar to what many teams face at ALLO, and it's scale. I think being able to continue to scale our processes to meet the needs of a growing workforce, and then just continuing as we go into these new markets to be able to find the talent and be able to build our teams fast enough to meet the needs of the business would probably be my 2.
Understandable challenge to have.
Yeah.
Where do you see ALLO in 5 to 10 years from now? Well, it's a very broad question. You can take that however you want. But what does ALLO look like to you 5 to 10 years from now?
I really think I said earlier how ALLO has become this household name, and I really think that was only going to continue to grow. And so it's exciting to see just how far our reach goes and how many communities we impact, and how many more careers we build through that growth. I think it is a broad question. I don't know that I can really see it, but I think that we're just going to continue to do amazing things.
Yep. I can't wait to watch it happen too. Being part of HR and benefits, you probably know the answer to this very well. How do we encourage a healthy work-life balance? First of all, do you agree with the statement work-life balance? Do you think that's a thing? Everyone says it a little different.
Yeah.
Some people say work-life integration.
Yeah, I think that either way. I don't know that I have a strong opinion on saying either way. I think that there will always be seasons where those different areas need a different level of attention. And I think that ALLO does a really good job of recognizing that sometimes when something has to get done at work, you need a little bit more time on the work front. But when you need to flip that on your personal life and having that balance to be able to take care of the people that you work for, so your family, that balance exists. And so I think that my belief on work-life balance is it's going to look a little bit different for everybody. And so to try to define what that balance is based on your own circumstance is usually unsuccessful. And so making sure that you know your teams and you understand what their definition is and how you can support them in that. And I think our approach to leadership and our servant leadership style at ALLO is very conducive to making sure that we do have a healthy work-life balance.
Yes. And even just from the benefits perspective, we have very generous earned time off plan, which is awesome. A lot of my teammates don't even use as much ETO as they accrue. You get it so frequently, which is awesome. It shows that it's a priority. We have that built into our bones of the benefits at ALLO. So
I think we ask a lot of our teammates, and then on the flip of it is to give them the time to rest, recharge, take the time away from work. And again, as leaders, if you have people who aren't taking it, your job is to make sure that you're not burning
Right.
your teams out, and that you make sure they are leaning in and taking advantage of the benefits that they have.
For sure. Okay, awesome. We are almost done. Question number 19. Can you share your most memorable moment during your time at ALLO?
My most memorable time. I don't know. There's a lot of them. I think one of the funniest might have been I think you may have been there that day. I was about 3 weeks in to my role, and somebody walked up and said, "Hey, we're going to put you on the radio," kind of like this. And I remember being very nervous to go be on the radio for ALLO. But I got a little pep talk before I went on there, and that one always sticks out. And I think it's a good example of sometimes we throw people into the fire, and usually
it's great. It turns out great. Yeah. Was that in Fremont at our Fremont barbecue?
Yeah.
Yes. That was awesome. Great turnout. We saw a lot of the community. So that was probably a great intro to ALLO. Like, you've been here 3 weeks. Here's a brand new ALLO community. All these people who are excited for service. Oh, and by the way, can you hop on the radio?
Hop on the radio.
That's awesome. Okay, question number 20. We are wrapping up. Tell us what you're looking forward to the most about ALLO's future.
I think to continue to create a place that people want to be. I think that we talk a lot about engagement, and there is a lot of pride that people feel in what the work that we're doing, and the teams that they are a part of. And so I look forward to sustaining that long term and making sure that we continue to be a place that people want to be and to grow their careers.
I love that. That is a great answer. Do we have any questions or anything from followers? No questions. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're hopeful that you guys were able to see and or hear Joshlyn's interview. We are, like I said, wrapping up our 20th ALLOversary. So we just want to say thank you to everybody who has celebrated this year with us, who have been customers, learned more about ALLO. Thank you to teammates who are deciding to grow their careers at ALLO. We've brought on a lot of new teammates this year in our 20th ALLOversary. So it's been an awesome year. We're super sad to close it out, but we're glad to reach this milestone. And thank you for taking time out of your day to join us on this live, and have a great rest of your Wednesday and happy holidays. Bye, everybody.